Hello and thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time around here on my YouTube channel, my name is Daniel and I sell and license stock music online. I work from home and I have created this YouTube channel to share my journey. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about time management. I get a lot of questions asked both privately and on my YouTube channel about how do you manage your time when creating stock music. A lot of people seem to be having a lot of problems in terms of like how much time do they spend on composition and writing and finishing that particular music track so that you can upload them and sell them on different libraries. This is something that is so familiar to me. This is something that I suffer a lot. I will spend a lot of time working on one single track and never really finish it. I've spoken about this before, you know, that the essence, the problem that you face when not finishing your music is because you don't know what you're doing really, you know, like I was. I'm talking about composition for stock music from start to finish. You know, you might be like me, you already play an instrument, you already know how to even read music, you know, but when it comes down to stock music, it's a different ball game. And by that I mean that it's so simple, it's so basic that we tend to overanalyze it too much and to think too much about it. And the reality is that it's so basic that we tend to hesitate too much because we believe that it has to be something very complicated, you know. I've been through a process of actually making one track 2 or 3 years ago. I will probably spend more than a week on a single music track. We're talking about 2.5 minutes of music. I know people that they do 2 tracks a day, no problem, from start to finish, mix, master, and ready to go. And I've been through that process. I put myself some time limits and literally said, you know, I need to be able to produce a track a day. And the only way to accomplish that is to actually start composing more music and more music and more music. I know it's something that I'm always seems like I'm preaching, but really when I say these things to you, it's almost like I'm saying that to myself, you know, even to this day, you know. I have reached that level of creating a track a day because I know exactly what I'm going for and I don't waste time messing around with sounds. I just know exactly where I'm going for. And even though when I start a new track, regardless of the genre, what it is or the style, I always start my Pro Tools session is in a blank page. It's not even an actual template, because I like to start with just like an empty canvas, if you will. But it shouldn't take you more than an hour, to be quite honest, to lay the foundations. You know, I have mentioned before that I work on a loop, and by that I mean that I start compositions with a very basic chord progression. We're not reinventing the wheel here. And in terms of melodies, you know, you just need your chord progression, your melodies, and your rhythm or your tempo. What's the speed of your actual track? We might have the knowledge, but we don't have the experience, and you only get the experience by doing. You can read books, you can watch videos about how to do mixing and composition and all of that, but you need to do it. You know, I think that the knowledge alone will not help you, you know. As I am composing, I am actually mixing the music. So I get a really clear idea of how the mix should sound. I don't leave it until the end. The mixing process is not something that is outside of the composition. But mastering is just bringing the levels up a little bit. And a little bit of compression as well. Very basic. I don't like to get into the whole how to mix or how to compress or how to. There's many other channels that they specialize on this kind of topic. My take on this is more how do you approach it, you know? And you probably already have the knowledge anyways of how to mix, how to make music. I found myself in the same place a few years ago. I had the studio, I have the guitars, I know how to play the guitar, I play in bands, I know even how to read music. And I couldn't even make a corporate track. I couldn't make a folk acoustic upbeat track to sell because it was something completely out of my comfort zone. I've never done it before, even though I have the knowledge. It's really because I haven't done it before, and it all comes down to experience and by doing. You know, you can read 1,000,000 books and you can be very educated, but if you don't apply that knowledge, it means nothing. My advice to you, and you can do this as an exercise, is to put a timer. Okay, and put yourself an hour. What can you write in 1 hour from start to finish? And just give yourself that time limit. and just time yourself and get yourself under the pressure of you have to create that amount of music. My compositions used to be in the past 2.5 minutes. Okay, nowadays it's more like 1.5 minutes roughly, maybe 90 seconds, yeah. You know, because I find that I can say everything I need to say with a composition, I can say it with less time. But we need to have some pressure. There needs to be an element of stress, and that stress is time. Time is very valuable. Every single time we start working on a new project, every single beat, it has to mean something, you know, and there has to be some kind of tension and release. But there has to be a pressure, you know, element, and either that's pressure to sell, or that could be pressure to actually finish the project. And sometimes, most of the time, it's a battle within. It's a battle with us because we know that we can do it, but somehow it takes forever to finish our music. Try that exercise for yourself and let me know how it goes. Time yourself from the start. Blank canvas. Start. You know, and see that clock going, you know, and really put yourself under pressure, and you will be amazed at how much more you can perform and how much more you can commit and follow your intuition. You know, mistakes come in life as well, comes because we're not following our intuition, we're not following our gut, and we're not taking decisions. And we need to take decisions as we go along and move forward. Anyways, man, hope this videos find you well. Leave the comments below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and rock and roll, man. See you on the other side.